Oke, apakah sudah terdengar sekarang suaranya? Apakah sudah terdengar suaranya sekarang? Oke, sambil mengecek apakah suara saya sudah terdengar atau belum, mungkin bisa ada yang memberitahu suaranya apakah sudah muncul atau belum. Belum. Oke, kalau gitu saya tidak pakai ini. Oke, apakah suaranya sudah muncul sekarang? Apakah suaranya sudah ada sekarang? Oke, ya, saya tidak pakai ini saja kalau gitu. Oke, pertama-tama dalam bahasa Indonesia dulu sebelum kita beralih ke bahasa Inggris. Terima kasih semuanya yang sudah memberitahukan suaranya sudah terdengar atau tidak. So thank you everyone for letting us know whether the voice or the sounds has been better sound. Yes, thank you, Toby. Great. So yes, I will start again from the very beginning. My name is Melina Putri Wismurti. I'm the festival co-director of Europe On Screen 2023. And today we will have a film talk from SAE Indonesia. This is one of our festival venues. It's a film school that located in Pejaten in the south of Jakarta. Shout out to SAE Indonesia who provided us with the spot for today's interview. And also this today remarks the first screening at the SAE Indonesia. So if you guys want to watch all the Europe On Screen 2023 films, starting today until Saturday, you can watch it at SAE. And they have also this, well, it's going to be like reverse. So it's a watch film card. So watch film card is basically if you watch all the films, you will get all the film that listed here that's going to be screened here at the SAE Indonesia. You will get a prize. For example, if it's like a 3 stamps, then you get like a kind of 50K voucher from one of the famous brand in Indonesia, and then 6 times you get a tote bag from the SAE, and then 10 times you get also a special t-shirt. So if you come to SAE Indonesia to watch Europe On Screen 2023, then you will be given this at the end of the screening, and you can collect the stamps. And then you can win a prize from them. And now today we are going to talk with the director from the movie The Path, Mr. Tobias Wiemann. And he's coming from Germany, and the film itself has won best film for children in German Film Awards, as well as German Critics Film Awards. So I will invite him. I think I saw him before. So yes, if you want to ask also the questions in Indonesia, please do. Hello, Toby. How are you? We get.
Hi, fine. How are you?
Good. It's a very lovely day. I think it's from the from your window outside.
Yeah. Now it's a little bit rainy, but yeah, weather here in Berlin is very good.
Okay. So you're joining us live from Berlin now.
Yes, of course. I'm at my office, and yeah, writing on new stuff.
Writing already on new stuff. Wow, cool. Looking forward for that new stuff. So yes, probably you could introduce yourself to our audience here in Indonesia.
Yeah, my name is Tobias Wiemann. I'm the director from the movie The Path. And yeah, I'm also a screenwriter. And yeah, I'm happy to join you.
Okay. Now, most of our audience here probably have already also watched your film that has been screened 2 days ago in our festival. And first question would be, what was the inspiration for this adventurous story, especially this wonderful friendship between these two little children?
Yeah, yeah. The first idea when I read the script for the first time in 2017, it was yeah a special story for me, and it was so nice to see that the topic is not so easy for a younger audience, and that was our goal, right? To try to make a film for this audience with this story, and yeah, our goal was to not to describe all the history of Germany and World War II, but yeah, try that there's space that children could ask questions about it with or to their parents or teachers.
Yes, so basically in the pad itself, you can see that it's not just a regular children film because it also brought heavy topic and then but to see it from the perspective of children, especially to see the whole issues of war. Um, I was just wondering whether you have a difficulties in communicating that with communicating that idea with your actors, with your younger actors and actresses? How does it work during that time when you do the coaching probably or the reading or yes?
Yeah, when we shooted the film, Julius and Nonna were 12 years old, and they
Mm.
know about the topic, and they know the topic because they had it in school, but not in this, yeah, not so many details. So we talk about it, and they talk about the topic with their grandparents, but they don't understand all details and so on. So we had to try some situations that try to think about that or try to make this view or only look in the distance and try to yeah it was difficult the problems in the World War II, why people were arrested and so on. It was they can't understand it.
Sorry, I think it's a little bit lagging from your part. Can you hear me good?
Better now?
Yes, now better. Yes.
Yeah, okay, we try this. Yeah, it was not so easy. They can't understand all the details of World War II and all the
Yeah.
time. So we have to improvise and yeah, try to find other things they can understand the situation.
Mm. Yeah, it must be quite challenge because working with kids, especially in filmmaking, it's something that very specific and it needs a certain treatment. Do you
Yeah,
have certain kind of approach to them, especially since, yeah, they were like very young, like 12 or 13 at that time?
yeah, yeah, but 12 is not so young. They understand what we are doing there. And you know, when you are shooting with kids, you have so less time. We had 5 hours a day with the kids and 3 hours in front of the camera. And there were in Europe, there are people on set. They watch or they control the time with the children. And after that, the children will leave the set after 5 hours. And then we start shooting with the adults. So with all these close-ups for the older actors and actresses, we did that after the children leave the set. So it was in steps.
Okay.
Yeah, it
And
was.
then, sorry, please.
Yeah, it was not so easy because it was a very difficult schedule to with all these locations.
Yeah.
And we only had these two children as main actors and actress, and there was no scenes without children, so we have to do it all the time with the children and had no scenes without. So that was very difficult because of the time with the children.
Okay. This is interesting because I've never known about this, that you have to work within 5 hours and on with children, and then 3 hours only in the camera. So everybody have to be ready, and all the adult actor or actresses have to adapt with that.
Yeah, it was more difficult for the adult actors and actresses to remember the scene when they work with the children, and after that remember what was the emotion and try to do their work with a tennis ball or something like that when children weren't there. Yeah, it was hard.
Yes, I can imagine, especially when most of the scene has taken place outdoors. So
Yeah, right. And
yeah.
because
No,
of
it's
that,
just sorry.
be- because of that, we had to change locations when they were very beautiful but too far away. We had to cancel it because of the time with the children.
I see.
Yeah,
Okay, that's a challenge in the film production, that probably no one has expected before.
yeah, right.
Yeah, but then this is also has delivered a very I would say rare. Like I haven't seen so many films that have a perspective from a kids during the World War II, especially making it such an adventurous one, I would say.
Yeah,
So I was just wondering, what was the audience's responses when you first screened the film in the cinema, or
yeah,
do they like having the same feelings like us here, or probably more?
yeah. It was very interesting, but all the pupil and younger audience said we like that film very much because we want to know more about this topic, and
Mhm.
it's okay because it was the point of view of children, and it was full of fantasy, and because that was my idea of the film and why I want to make this film, because there was a new um, idea to tell a topic like that with fantasy and really the point of view of children. So that was the idea, and it was like you know the book from Erich Kästner, the 35th of May, and this book was forbidden. This is a real book in Germany, and
Okay,
it was forbidden from the Nazis and was
okay.
burned in Berlin here because it was
Mm-hmm.
so full of fantasy and too much for the Nazis. And yeah, that's because the book is so dangerous in the movie. And this book is full of fantasy, and Rolf, our main character, is full of fantasy too. And that was so nice to he is following his way with all his fantasy and ideas.
Yes, and also looking at the film itself, the friendship between these two kids are very believable. I was wondering also whether this is also inspired by your own experience, probably in, I don't know, like maybe you have a special friends that reminding you of this kind of friendship, and how at first they were not really fun into each other, but then they have to be bonding to survive everything. So what was there any personal experience that you also put into them?
My experience is, yeah, maybe that, but I like the idea that people with different languages could be friends too and understand each other and help each other because of their feelings. And,
Mm,
you know, it's not only about language, it's about, yeah, I don't know. If you met new people, it's important to be open and yeah, try to find new ideas and ways to see the world. And so they met each other, and yeah, I like that because of the situation here in Europe and in the world with all these conflicts, and that people can help each other, whether they are from other countries or different. So
yeah.
to listen to each other and try to understand the other side, that was important to bring that idea to the younger audience. And I think they
Mm.
understand it much more than we are older people. It's
Yeah, I can imagine. I mean, earlier you were telling that most of the adult actors are adapting to the way these two kids behaving, and then probably you learn so much more from them too.
yeah.
Yes, and then what was the most? Well, I mean, before we already talk about the challenges working with the kids, and then also with the surrounding hours and everything. What was the most fun experience that you guys have during the filming?
Mm, that was that was the first film I made in Europe, or we shot it in Spain and France,
Mm.
and that was the most beautiful part of the whole production to yeah, meet new people and work with people from other countries. Our language on set was, of course, English, German, French, Catalan, and it was, yeah, a really good time. All of the crew and cast remember very well, and um, yeah, their friendships were built, and that was very beautiful to work with other European people. It was very nice, and it was we shooted the film while the pandemic in in Spain and in Germany. That was very good that we were able to travel around a lot in the Pyrenees and the beautiful nature.
So you also travel with the cast, with the kids.
Yeah, but because it was a road movie and we changed hotels every 2 days, and it was a trip.
That's nice. And all the productions was done during the pandemic, or was it already
Yeah, we
was there
start.
was
We
there any
start
limitation?
sorry.
So you started in 2020 or something?
Yeah, it was 2020. And then the lockdown started in Spain while we're shooting. And after finishing the Spanish part, we start shooting 6 days in Germany. And then there started the lockdown. So we we went from lockdown to lockdown.
So how did you manage to escape this lockdown and continue the the production?
Uh, yeah, we escaped only with fun. And yeah, yeah, it was very much fun because all the time the dog Adi in the film was with us, and he was yeah, I don't know, but he was the best actor I ever had. So we all day we end shooting with a dog and his shots. And I think the dog could speak. So make this, make this, make this, and say this. And yeah, I think that was a dog that could talk, really.
Yes, the dog is was amazing. Do you use only one dog or like is it the same dog the whole?
Yeah, it was the same dog. And he was a very professional one.
Okay, I hope you're also happy to watch the final cut or the films itself.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you choose the hardest way in film production. I think working with kids and also animals. So
Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
and it's well deserved. I mean, the film itself with the adventurous and then the outdoor scene, and that actually really deserve the best children. Congratulations for that for the German Film Award as well as the German Film Critic Award.
Thank you very much. Yeah.
Yes. Is there any other screening that you will do also for the Path? Is it also going to be screened in probably outside Europe?
Yeah, last week or 2 weeks ago, it started or had this release in Spain.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I don't know, I have to ask a producer about it. Um, but here in Germany, it was in cinemas, and now it's on streaming in Germany. And so,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, this maybe it's on free TV this year. I don't know.
Ah, okay, okay.
Yeah.
And then what is your next project, if you may know?
Um, Actually, I'm writing on new scripts for cinema and series. And you know, it's a little bit difficult to finance it, and it takes a long time to write scripts for your own. So I don't know what's the next, but there will be a next project for sure.
Oh, talking. No, I mean, like financing a film actually has been such a challenge all around the globe, right?
Yeah.
So yes, and you started the project, The Path, since I don't know, 2017, if I'm not mistaken, for this movie.
The first draft I read in 2017, and it had its premiere in 2022.
Yes,
It was a long time.
because also, yeah, it was a long time, and then also postponed due to the pandemic.
Yeah, right. We have to wait about the theaters, and Warner Bros. Want to bring it or release it to the right time, and so we had a little bit to wait. But it was great. Yeah.
Yeah, that was good. I mean, good things always come to those who wait. So yes,
Yeah.
it came out in the perfect time also in the 2022. And yes, congratulations again for your film. I think we have already talked about everything, and thank you so much for your participation in talking about The Path, which still going to be screened actually by end of this festival and the 24th of June, and then also 25th of June. Everyone here can still check the schedule in our festival. And yes, thank you so much, Toby, for spending a little bit of your time. I know you're very busy uh, for your films and your series. Good luck on that too.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you. Looking forward to see your next film. Ciao.
Yeah. Bye bye.
Bye. So Yes, everyone, that was our talk with Tobias Wiemann, the director of a German film called The Path. The movie is still going to be screened on the 4th of June at 2 p.m. in Wisma Jerman, Surabaya, and on the 25th of June at 11 a.m. And IFI Tamrin. Jadi tadi kita baru saja ngobrol dengan sutradara Tobias Wiemann dari film The Path, dari film Jerman yang akan diputar lagi nanti tanggal 24 Juni jam 2 siang di Wisma Jerman Surabaya dan juga 25 Juni jam 11 pagi di IFI Tamrin. Jangan lupa ada, iya ganteng masnya memang betul. Sampai saya kadang-kadang suka bingung mau nanya apa. Anyway, so jangan lupa kita lagi shout out kepada SAE Indonesia. Kita lagi di SAE, salah satu festival venue kita di Jakarta. Kalau kalian nonton film di SAE, nanti kalian akan mendapatkan watch film card seperti ini. Buat teman-teman, nanti kalian bisa mendapatkan stamp untuk semua film yang dipilih. Jadi kalau 3 stamp bisa ditukarkan dengan 50.000 voucher. Lalu, tapi cuma bisa ditukarkan sekali ya guys. Lalu kalau 6 stamp bisa dapat tote bag, dan 10 stamp bisa dapat t-shirt dari SAE yang bisa kamu redeem, yang akan dikirimkan ke kamu pada bulan Juli nanti. Saya Mena Putri Wismurti, Festival Co-Director dari Europe On Screen 2023. Undur diri dulu, sampai ketemu lagi di Film Talk Instagram Live Q&A with all the filmmakers in Europe On Screen 2023. Ciao!